The squat teaching progression is very simple, but it's relatively more complex than every other basic movement. So the deadlift is super fast and easy. We might be able to have time to do other things. So go ahead and like step away from the bar real quick. There's 5 steps to this setup, and then it's just a matter of fine tuning it and adding more tension and more nuance and just refining it a little bit better. So the first step, the first thing I want you to do is take a relatively narrow stance, heels right underneath your hip sockets, right there.
Walk up the bar.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. You have short toes. All right. Feet pointed out about 10 degrees. And that looks good. Does that feel normal to you?
Yeah, that's usually where I'm at.
Yeah. All right. Now, I want you to stand exactly like that, but I want you to walk up underneath the bar until the bar is 1 inch away from your shin. Just stand normally. Okay, notice how this puts the bar directly over the middle of his foot. You should be noticing a theme here. Okay, now, step 2, when I tell you to, you're going to grab the bar. But I don't want you to worry about your legs or your back. You can bend over at the worst posture ever. What I don't want you to do is move the bar. Okay, just hump over, grab that bar. Don't touch it with your shins or anything like that. Just grab the bar. Yep. And you want to leave just enough space so that your thumbs aren't rubbing up against your legs and so that your hips can fit through at the top. Okay, good. Now, step 3, without moving the bar, I want you to move your knees forward until your shins are touching the bar slightly. Good. Now notice his knees are over the bar. This is good. His entire shoulder blade is over the bar. This is also good. So knees and shoulder blades over the bar. All right, step 4, I just want you to take a big belly breath and shove your chest out all the way. Good. This got his back straight. Really doesn't have anything to do with his chest. All the wrinkles are forming. Try to make your tailbone touch. Yes, even more extension. Pull all this together, okay? And then push your midfoot through the floor and drag it up your shins. Good. That lockout, make sure you're not leaning back. Okay, you're standing up straight. Big chest. Hips are locked and knees are locked. Standing up straight. No soft reps. To put it down, look at your midfoot and move your hips back. Freeze your knees. Don't bend your knees. Just move your butt back and put it on your midfoot. Now you can bend your knees. Yep. Okay. Now in the beginning when you're learning this, or if you're just a beginner in general, you're going to set this thing down in the wrong place over and over and over again. You're going to forget to look at your midfoot. You might bend your knees first and then your hips. You're going to go around your knees and put it over your toes, things like that. So don't pick it back up until it's over the middle of your foot. So there might be a landmark on your shoe. Like for me, it's these vent holes in the chucks. As long as the bar is over those vent holes, so it's actually going to be in front of my shoelaces. Okay. If you got squat shoes or things like that with the metatarsal strap, that's usually where the bar needs to go. So if I put the bar down a little bit too far away, I don't want to go, oh, I got to get my shins to the bar and go like that, because now I'm just doing a squat. Okay, so I'm going to swim this back with my lats and then I'm going to reset. And when you're doing a set of 5, you're going to be doing probably steps 3 through 5 every time. So let's get 4 more people, one after another, to come up and do that, all 5 steps together. And then we'll do sets of 5 and we can work up to a heavy set of 5 with a few people. So just one at a time. Come on up. We locked eyes. And then we'll take Seth. Okay. 1 inch away from the bar. Heels relatively close. Closer than that. Your hips are more narrow than that. Bring them in. There you go. Okay. Good. Toes are pointed out about 10 degrees. And now grab the bar without moving it. Good. Step 3, put your knees forward until your shins are touching. Don't move the bar. Good. Shove your chest out. Harder. Really hard. There you go. Take a big breath. Squeeze your armpits. Drag it up your shins. Good. Look down at your midfoot and put it right there over your midfoot. Hips go back. Keep that bar in contact. Hips go back. Move your hips back. Keep going. Keep going. Now you can bend your knees once the bar gets below your knees. Good. Good. All right, so it's not actually true to say don't bend your knees, because when you're moving your hips back, unless you actually keep your knees locked, you are bending your knees. But instinctively, everyone wants to do this, but now you're just putting the bar on your thigh. So move your hips back and hinge your knees. You're pivoting about the knee. So I say freeze the knees. Once the bar gets right below the kneecap, now you can move those knees back into position slightly in front of the barbell. Okay, let's get the third person. Each time someone goes through, I'm going to have to use less words, so we all know it. Let's try a closer stance first.
Also.
Yep. Underneath the, yeah, frog stance. Good.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So people who take a real narrow stance, that's fine. I prefer to do that. This is going to allow him to have more room in his hips, and it helps those of us to get our our lumbar spine more into extension. Okay. Grip first. Good. Come a little bit closer. It's a little bit too wide. Okay. Yep. Without moving the bar, shins on it. Move that grip in just a tad bit more. This one can go out. There. See the knurling?
Yeah.
Now it's even.
Okay.
Now push your knees out just slightly into your elbows. Yes, create that space. Big fucking chest. Squeeze. Yes. Good. Don't drop your hips. Yes. Good. Always keep the hips where step 3 puts them. Step 3, shins to bar. That lowers your hips, and that's it. Okay. Big chest. Squeeze all this together. Big breath. Drag it up your shins. Yes. Perfect deadlift. Stand up straight. Big chest. Squeeze your ass cheeks together. Lock your knees. Look down at your midfoot. Put it right there. Move your butt back. Good. Okay. Good example of not bending the knees incorrectly. So we are not bending the knees, but you actually are. Okay. So remember, move your butt back. See the knees bending? It's just not moving forward. Got that? So you want to be able to clear the runway, because we want to get it back to midfoot, and then you're going to bend them. You want to try that again?
Sure.
Got a good inch. Okay, good. Grip. Step 3, shins. Shove your knees out a little bit. Okay, good. Good. Big chest, big breath. Drag it up. Good. Look down at the floor slightly. Now, move your hips back, but bend your knees. Just don't move them forward yet. Look down. Move your hips back. Lower the bar. Bend your knees. Good. Yep. So just like the squat, if you're not staying balanced over the midfoot, you're doing something wrong, right? So in order to keep the knees locked and lower the barbell, you're going to have to go into your heels and not stay balanced on your midfoot, right? Yep. All right. What are we on now? 4th guy? 5th guy? All right, here we go. Step 1. You know what that is?
Huh?
Step 1.
Oh,
Stance.
Yeah.
Right.
That right first.
Heels under hip joints. Toes slightly out. 10 degrees or so. 1 inch away from the bar. All right. Step 2. Grip without moving the bar. Good. All right. Take a grip on it like you mean it. Yes. Okay. Shins on the bar, so move your knees forward. Excellent. Okay, step 4, take a big breath and shove your chest out. Bring it up. Good, don't drop the hips. Bring all this together. Squeeze and drag it up. Good. And lower down, back to midfoot. Yes, sir, good. One more. Someone else. You're good, you're done.
Good.
Yep. All right, the least amount of words. I'm just gonna say step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and fix anything that you excessively fuck up. Okay?
Sweet.
Step 1. Complete step 1 all the way. 1 inch. Okay. That's good. Step 2. Good. Make sure the bar doesn't move. Make sure your grip is as narrow as you can get it, so it's something that you can just barely fit your hips through. Good. All right. Shift your weight into your heels a little bit. Now push that bar into your shins. Okay. Take a big breath and shove your chest out. Squeeze all this together, tailbone to the back of your head, and drag it up. Good. Stand up straight, feel your midfoot. Now look down at your midfoot. Put the bar right back where you got it. Good. So a little bit further away than we would like it. So just I'm going to have you do another rep.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you to squeeze your armpits real hard. Big fucking chest the whole time.
On the way down or up?
Yep, on the way down. Because when you contract your lats and you keep your elbows locked, that's going to keep that bar pressed into position.
Okay.
So it just lands right there where you want it to. Let's try it again.
Start over again.
Yep, stance. Good. Grip. Good. Shins. Okay, big chest. Shove it out. Big squeeze. And stand up. Okay. Tight armpits, huge chest. Move your hips back. Get it onto midfoot. Perfect.
I got you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Cool. So that's the basics of just getting into a proper setup. And it's good to have consistency, right? So that you know from workout to workout or from set to set or rep to rep, if something goes wrong, if something feels weird, now you know you have an objectifiable, consistent way of getting into the setup. Because until today, maybe you just have kind of a deadlift setup based on feelings or like whatever you're into that current week or whatever you saw, right? So it's good to treat your training like an experiment so that you know it works and you know it doesn't work. And when you want to make changes, now you have this vacuum to make changes in, right? So let's do a set of 5 and see what kinds of form mistakes we can see when someone's doing a set of 5. Someone want to come up and do a set of 5? And then we'll put another 2 plates on and have someone else do a set of 5 with it. Okay, stance. Point your toes out a little bit more. Good. You got an inch? Good. Grip. Okay. Step 3. Shins on the bar. Excellent. Shove your chest out, big breath. Get tight. Now do that without yanking it off the floor. Just take a big breath, squeeze your chest out, and squeeze the weight off the floor. Excellent. Good. All right. Yanked it up again. Okay. Shove that bar, wrap it around your shins, huge chest, and squeeze it off the floor. Smooth. Good. Put it right back over your midfoot. Yes. One more time. Big squeeze on the bar. Huge chest. Squeeze it off the floor. Excellent. Good. All right. Good.
Now, his back wasn't too vertical, or just because of his body?
His back was or wasn't too vertical?
Yeah, was it too vertical?
No.
It wasn't?
No. Now there were some reps where it was more vertical than his first rep, which helped him get more into what his body should be doing for the conventional deadlift, because that setup really it makes it hard to fuck up. But from rep to rep, he can do things, for example, which you noticed, I think on the second or third rep, he put the bar a little bit too far of midfoot. And so what he had to do is get to the bar with his shins, right? But instead of shoving the bar back over midfoot, which is kind of what I warned you guys about, he just pushed his knees further. And because the knee is connected to the hip with this one solid bone, what happens to the hips? They drop. The hips drop, the back goes, right? Everything's interconnected. It's the balance linkage system of the body. So if I'm not paying attention to where I'm setting the bar and I'm thinking shins to bar, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to have a more vertical back angle. Yep. So it's just something to be more mindful of. You do that a few workouts and then it's just burnt into your long-term memory. Most people. Some people are goldfish, but most people will remember it. Yep. Who wants to do this with 225?